Okay, so welcome today. Today we're going to talk about get and the verb, and its different, I don't want to say meanings, but different ways that we can use get. So first, before we start, I'd like to ask both of you, what are some words, or how can I say this, some verbs that we can use that could replace get in some situations? Obviously not all, because there are different meanings. But what can you think of, or any phrases that we use with get?
To understand. I got it.
You use that a lot. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Very colloquial. Very good. Anything else?
Take.
And your example with that would be?
I sometimes I'm confused. Take off the shoes, get off the shoes.
Oh, we don't say get off. Oh, we have bad connection.
Okay.
Get off your shoes? No, we say take off your shoes. I would say get off the table. If you say get off, it has to be from some kind of a surface. Okay?
Okay.
Get off the phone, I suppose it's not really a surface, but it's an object. Okay. So those things, that's fine. Elle, you said we have a bad connection.
Not we, me. Because I didn't hear you before. I didn't hear you when you start talking about the get off.
Okay. Well, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Otherwise, I was going to recommend you leave and come back in. But that's fine. If you are able to hear me now, that's good.
Good.
Can you think of any other examples or any other ways that we could use the verb get?
Get off. Or use get. Get
take it. Ken already said that one.
Oh, okay. Get on the car. Get on the car.
Okay.
Get in or get on.
I was just going to mention that. Okay,
so get in the car, not get on the car.
Get on the bus. What is this? We get in the car, but we get on the bus. What is going on here? Can anyone explain this to me? Any idea?
I heard, get on the bus because bus is higher than ground, but usual car is not so high, but so I confused. What is the difference in and on?
I don't even know actually, but only somehow it was good. I remember this moment perfectly in the classroom years ago. So I was looking at it in a book, and I was like, wait a second. Huh? These are the things that natives don't really understand.
Yeah.
The differences until you put into a situation where you're like, oh, we do use those differently.
Yeah.
So as Ken said, I think what happens is, yes, as a car is smaller.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Can I say something?
Of course.
But I'm not sure is right, but I think because of the bus, get on the plane because it's transportation. Get in the car is just
car. Get in a taxi. You don't get on a taxi.
Or maybe you use in the back. Maybe because it's big. It's big. It's big because car is not the size. It depends on the size.
I think that's the difference. So hopefully Ken will come back in. It's probably a bad connection, but I think Ken's right with. I think Ken's right with the car being smaller, the size difference. Okay.
Yeah.
So for example, we'll say get in a taxi, get in a car. Okay, a taxi could be a van, let's say, but it's not as big as a bus. And so what I'm thinking is that when you get into, let's say, a bus, because then you're inside the volume of the bus. So that's why I said in, and the movement from being outside the bus into the bus, you can normally stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we stand on the ground, we can stand on the table, we can stand on a chair. Okay, we're referring to the surface. Now, when you get in a car, you can't stand up in cars.
No.
So that's kind of why I'm thinking it's in.
Yeah.
However, I've just thought of something. That's a question. I'm sitting on a chair and I'm sitting in a seat. I'm sitting on a seat.
Because you can walk in that in the area that the chairs were sitting. In the chair what the chair is sitting. You stand up, you can stand up and you can walk. But in the car, you cannot stand up and you cannot walk in the car.
Exactly. So one question here, it looks like I have an issue with the Can you said I'm choppy today? Am I still choppy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me close some things I have open and see what can I close that. Because if I refresh, then I can't record anymore. So then we have a problem. If I click restore, no, it won't let me. I'm going to try to, it says reload. Maybe that's refresh. I don't know. We're going to try that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear me better?
It's quite the same.
It's the same?
It's getting better. I think it's getting better.
Getting better. Okay, well, I'm still broadcasting, which is good. Maybe because I'm going to screen share and see if that changes anything.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. One moment. Okay. So, how do I still sound okay or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sound is okay.
More or less, right? Okay, well, I'm going to have both of you do most of the reading today. Okay, so actually get should be like this because it's not, otherwise it's not correct. So, Elle, could you explain the whole situation of get in and get on?
Get in and get on is because you get in the car, you cannot stand in the car. If you cannot stand and you cannot walk in the vehicle, and then you can use in. If you can stand or walk, then you can use on, like on the plane, on the train, on the bus.
Exactly. So thank you. Okay. How do I sound now? Any different?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of understand how to use it right now.
Okay, good. So that will just come with practice. For now, let's go to our collocations with get. So first, I'd like to talk about what a collocation is. And Elle, do you know?
Not sure.
No? Okay, Ken?
Collocation means, how can I say, proper combination of words. Like get on a bus, take off the shoes. That's kind of.
Yep, those are phrasal verbs. Those are a specific kind of collocation, yes.
So yeah, also preposition, some words require something. Yeah, that's a collocation.
All right. Definitely. Okay. So what we're going to do is take a look at some of these. Can you see these okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So Elle, could you please read the first example for us? These are going to be get plus an adjective.
Okay. get plus adjective, get married. We got married 2 years ago, and we are celebrating our anniversary by going on a trip.
Okay, good. Actually, I'm just going to make this a bit bigger and see if that's better. Right? That's a little better?
Yeah.
Do you want it to go bigger? Okay, this should be okay. Good. Okay, so get married. We always use this. So we do have a verb, which is to marry.
Yeah.
But we also say get married. Okay, it's basically the same, but get married is more common than using the verb to marry. Okay? Questions? No?
No. Yeah, I never seen the marry
The
used
verb?
to marry someone. I never seen the sentence like this, like to marry. She want me to marry. Oh, she want me to marry you, right?
Or she married her best friend, something like that. You can use
like
it.
Infinitive.
Infinitive?
Yeah, infinitive.
Mm-hmm.
To marry. They want me to marry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. All right, so that's fine. Let's have Ken read the next one, which is get divorced. Okay. Ken, do you want to read this for us? Okay.
Yeah. Get divorced. Brenda got divorced 5 years ago and now has a new boyfriend.
Okay. So any questions with this one at all?
Why past tense, but married and divorced, or they are past tense? Why?
Well, they're not in the past tense. They're adjectives in this case. So we do have the infinitive of to marry, to divorce, but what we're doing is in these cases we have the verb get and then we have the adjective. Okay? So it looks like it's in the past tense, but it's really not.
Yeah. I get confused all the time when I use it. Yeah, I do.
That's okay. That happens. That was a really good question. I had a question one time. Someone said, well, I'm confused about, for example, bored versus boring. And I said, well, I'm bored because the movie is boring. I'm bored represents the person and the ing represents the thing. Okay? Yes. And they said, okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. And I said, oh, okay. Do you have an example? And I can't remember exactly what the example was, but it was something like, oops. I enjoyed singing at the concert. And I said, well, that's not an adjective. This is a verb pattern. Enjoy plus another verb, we have to use it in the ing form. Why? I don't know, but we do. Okay? Yeah. And so it's these things. And so if you ever have any questions, ask me. Oh, I love questions like this to help you really understand, or at least to help you organize your ideas, your thoughts. So, of course, when you see married, you see an ed ending, you think past. But also with bored, for example, you see an ed ending. So we actually use to be bored, which is the verb to be plus an adjective. Okay. To bore is the verb. We don't use it very often. Okay.
What does that mean? What does that mean? To bored.
To be bored and to bore are the same.
Oh, they are the same. Okay.
See, and this is something that we don't use very often, to bore. I'm trying to think how the book, okay, so the book bored me so much, I stopped reading it, for example. The book bored me so much. Now, I normally wouldn't say that. The book was so boring. The book was so boring, for example, I stopped reading it. And then you can see in this phrase, the book was so boring. The book was the verb to be in the past. So just adds emphasis, boring. Now we have the adjective. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
I don't have any. Nope.
Fantastic. So again, these are not in the past, they're just adjectives. Okay. What about to get changed? I'll read this one, and it says, I have to get changed before we leave.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because you have to change your clothes before you go out. Before you go out, yes.
Exactly. This is very similar to get dressed, but get dressed is a little different. So what's the difference between get changed and get dressed?
Yeah, because it get changed because you maybe okay, maybe you still you are outside, or you are working and you want to do something after work. You have to go back home and get changed before go to the party or somewhere.
Exactly. Ken, do you have any ideas on the differences?
Get changed. Get dressed means dressing wear clothes. But change can be used different objects too. Not only the clothes, but also I changed the computer or something.
I changed. The computer means you're not using it exactly the same way. You're using only the verb changed, not get changed. You didn't hear that, did you? So, to get changed means you're already wearing clothes, but you have to change them. They have to be different clothes for some kind of event. Yes, like Elle said, it could be a party. It could be you're going to the movies or dinner, and you want to change. You want to wear different clothes. Okay? So to get dressed actually means you're probably in your pajamas, and you need to put on clothes to look presentable to be in public. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So a little bit different. Not super different, but there is a difference. Okay. All right, that's good. So this next one, Elle, I'll have you read. Okay.
No, I just. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I thought I did the one previously. Okay. John got lost while traveling to a new city and had to ask for directions.
Okay, so questions. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This one's pretty common. To get lost. Okay.
What if I say John lost?
No.
No, doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. It would have to be John is lost.
Is lost.
So this looks like a passive. Okay. I'm a present passive. John is lost. However, John is important, but the action of John being lost is the most important. Oops, I made a mistake. Okay, so John lost his way and called me, for example. So if John lost his way, now we're looking at the verb to lose in the past. John lost his way. Okay?
Mhm.
In this sentence, we could also say John got lost. Okay, I'm trying to translate this in English from English, and it's not working. I want to go directly to Spanish. So, to get lost, it takes a process. I mean, you think you're walking in the right direction, and then suddenly you're a little confused. Panic starts to, happen inside your body, and you think, oh no, I think I'm lost. So to be lost actually is quite common as well. So John is lost. Like I said, this is more of a passive, but to be lost is from to lose. You lose where you're going. It's actually pretty interesting because it seems that we use this one quite more often than just to lose. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So Ken, we'll have you read the next one here.
Okay. Get angry. I could tell my little brother was getting angry, so I stopped teasing him.
All right, so I've used some different vocabulary here. So I could tell. What does that mean? Not tell like I told him to stop. I'm using tell in a different way here, and it's quite common. So what could be a synonym for this verb tell?
Maybe guess. I guess.
Okay, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Elle, any suggestions?
Could tell for the synonym of could tell. Or,
Yeah, or just tell in this case.
Or tell. I could. In this case, I suggestion. Suggest. No.
Not exactly. In a different case, yes. In this, no. In this case, what we're really saying is I could see my little brother was getting angry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I could see, I noticed. Okay, so by the look on his face or something like that. And so it says, I stopped teasing him. This is our lovely verb pattern when we have stop and then an ing. However, just to remind you all that stop can also be followed by the infinitive with to, and it has a different meaning, okay?
Yeah.
So I stopped teasing means you stopped. What does teasing mean? Let's talk about that. Teasing, to tease.
To
abuse.
Oh, abuse is quite strong. Is there anything a little bit less strong?
Playing.
Okay, so playing how?
Annoying.
Because we can play sports, we can play...
like try to get someone annoy you. Annoy you.
Exactly. To tease is kind of like to make fun of, to joke, to criticize, okay? So you can say, oh, you're so small, you're so short, you're so young, you can't do this, and you're kind of teasing, making fun of, joking, okay? So after you were saying those things, because abuse is really strong. If we're putting that on a scale, abuse is extremely strong. So I'd like to use a different word there.
Teasing seems like abuse in a school. Something often happens among
Well,
children.
that would be more bullying, okay? To bully somebody. To tease is kind of to joke or make fun of, but not in a super, super serious way. It's not as strong, again, as bully. I would say joke, tease, criticize, bully, abuse.
Okay.
Okay. That's in my opinion, I would say, as far as intensities. Okay. Perfect. Well, Elle, why don't you read this next one for us?
Okay. I have worked all days, and I'm getting tired, and I'm getting tired, so I will go to bed soon.
Okay. We've got 3 different verb tenses in this sentence.
Yeah.
We have a present perfect, a present continuous, and then we have a future. Okay.
Yeah.
But good job there. So I've worked all day. I'm getting tired. So you're in the process of becoming tired. Okay. This also happens with angry or happy, excited, with different emotions, with adjectives, okay? There's a process. The process we use get. I'm getting angry, so stop. I'm getting so tired. Oh, I think I need to go to bed soon. And then we have the phrase when we use it with the verb to be. I am angry. I am tired. Okay? Or she is angry. She is tired. Okay? And that means that you're absolutely tired or angry. You're absolutely 100%. That's how you can describe your feelings. Okay? So in this example with the little brother, okay, I could tell he was getting angry. And let's say you didn't stop, but you continued to tease him. In 3 minutes, the brother was angry. Okay, he was absolutely angry in that moment. Until this point, he wasn't all the way angry, but he was en route. He was in process. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So the next one is get dark. Ken?
Get dark. The theater is getting dark. I think the play is going to begin.
Okay. What do you think about this one?
Kind of before the play, theater, it got dark. Get dark, so.
And how does something get dark?
Get dark. What do you mean? Sorry.
How there was a process, okay, with get angry and get tired. So now we have get dark.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? To get dark.
Get dark. A kind of becoming dark, synonym of becoming dark.
Yeah, very good. So it goes basically from light, like all of the lights are on at the theater, and then little by little the lights stop the intensity and it's dark. There's no light anywhere.
Right.
Okay. Now I can already see a mistake here. And so get a chance is there.
Yeah, theater is should theaters apostrophe s like that. The getting dark.
No. This apostrophe s, Ken, what does this apostrophe s represent?
Is, but actually in written English it should be not used in a colloquial way.
Ken, don't correct me.
Oh, sure.
This is colloquial, okay? Fine, we'll do it Ken's way. You're probably right. I've never heard that, but
took a lot of academic writing class, so yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to one of those. I've learned English from a child.
Always is written cannot or do not.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit too formal for me. You won't know that. That's not coming out of my mouth.
Like, academic writing, it is required actually, like a thesis or essay in English or something.
Yep, that's very true. That is very true. So fine, Ken wins. Okay. I know I have 2 here, but we'll just focus on this one for now. So Ken read this one. So Elle, why don't you read this one for us? The get fired.
I heard that Jack just got fired. I heard that Jack just got fired.
This isn't supposed to be a tongue twister, but it turned into one.
I heard that Jack got fired.
That's fine. All right. So what does this mean, to get fired?
I mean, like maybe you did something wrong at your work. And the employers kind of let you go. Don't come back.
Right. Not only do they not allow you to come back, it's impossible for you to go back. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And that's it. That's fine. Ken, why don't you read this next one then for us? Okay.
Get a chance. I finally got a chance to sit down and relax.
All right. So what does that mean?
Get chance, occasion, time. Maybe time in this case.
Exactly. Well, in this case, chance actually is a synonym of opportunity. So I had the opportunity to sit down, okay, which means in turn that yes, you had time. Mm-hmm. You had time to sit down, okay?
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Sorry.
Are you okay? Did you have coffee today?
Sorry. I just had breakfast, that's why.
You're fine. You're fine. All right. So let's see here. Let's move on. Dun, dun, dun. Get a chance. Okay. Now we're moving on to the get with the comparative. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this first one, Ken. No, L. Could you please read?
Okay.
This one.
My husband has been sick all week, but he's finally getting better.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Because he was sick and now his sickness is going away. I don't know how to, because he's okay right now after he has been sick for some time. Now he's getting better.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's fine. And I think that is about it. So that's good. Let's move on to the next page. Get deeper. Ken?
Okay. Get deeper. Be careful, the water gets deeper quickly on that side of the pool.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Also become deeper.
It would become technically, but yes, it can. Well, when we use get, yes, there's a process. Mm-hmm. The bottom of the pool goes from one depth, okay, to another depth. All right. And so there's a big difference between one side and the other. So it gets deeper. Yeah, so I guess it just become deeper. Wouldn't normally use that exact word, but yeah. So that's fine. Anything else?
I think it's okay.
All right, sounds good. So let's move on. So get worse, okay?
Get worse. My turn, right?
Yes, it is.
If your stomach ache gets worse, you should see a doctor.
Mm-hmm. So what does that mean?
Because I have stomach ache.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
stomach ache.
Yeah, maybe it's been sometimes like 1 hour, 2 hours, like 1 day, 2 days, and you still not go to see a doctor. It's like you might have a serious problem. You should go to see a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's fine. So it's the opposite of get better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And we can just see the ending of this. So that's fine. Ken, could you read this next one for us?
Get more important. It's getting more important to speak multiple languages, especially for business purposes.
Okay. Any idea what that means?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, no, sorry.
No.
After Ken, I have something to say.
Okay.
Also become or coming to.
Okay. Yes. Become could be a good one here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Elle, do you want to mention something?
Yeah, it just draw my attention with it. How do you think about this idea? You think it is important, or you think for like speaking more than one language is good or bad? You think it's good or bad idea? I just want to hear from you.
I guess, I mean, nowadays I think everything needs to be more open-minded in general, like everyone. Because in my opinion, I don't know how everyone else feels about this, but I think everything in life has, how can I say this? Has some kind of truth. For example, the other day, I was telling my husband about a student I have with Thomas's other company in Germany, and she talks to angels. I'm serious. She talks to angels. She has cured people's cancers. She has done all of these like things. Incredible. She told me about her past life. She can tell you about a past life that you had. And I was so interested with, everything she was telling me. It was incredible. I was so, excited. I don't know. And so I was telling him, and he said, "But do you really believe that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do, actually." So for me, like I said, I think everything has some kind of truth to it. Yeah, it's kind of, where I'm going with that. So in my case, I think it's best to be open-minded, to speak different languages. I think, yes, it's important to speak English for non-native English speakers. I think it's important for other native speakers to learn other languages so we can understand how people feel when they have to learn another language, to put ourselves into someone else's shoes. Does that make sense?
I like your idea because you know what? I like open mind. I think people should open mind. But you know what? Recently, I don't know, you heard about over here in US.
I hear some things, unfortunately.
Okay. We have some people they don't like. Okay, can I say everything?
Yeah, you can.
Like some American people, they don't like people who live in USA speak another language, only English.
Yes.
And they will get mad if they hear you speak Spanish. If they hear you speak another language, they would get mad on you. They would get mad.
My parents are the same.
Really?
Can you imagine? And I'm waiting. My husband and I are waiting for the day, basically, that we're in the United States and someone and they're listening to us speak Spanish, and for someone to say something. I'm just waiting for someone to say, like, "Hey, if you're in the United States, you need to speak English." And I will happily speak in my Wisconsin accent and say, "Yes, I speak English, but my husband is Spanish, and that's the language we communicate in."
Yeah.
So
it's kind of sensitive right now.
It's really frustrating, especially as an American, to live outside of the country, because I still get stereotyped that way too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's just exhausting.
It's really frustrating. Yeah.
And is just getting stronger this day.
Yes, exactly. I mean, with the president that's there, that's happening. And actually, Marcos is here. Hello. So we'd like to say hi to him. But
hi, Mark.
Hello. I know it's at the end of the class. I know.
You're
Sorry.
okay. You're fine. Well, we're talking about how important languages are. So I'd love to hear you because I have heard you speak English for a long time, and I know you've improved a lot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you'll see my progress in the beginning. I couldn't say some words or some sense, Wow. I'm glad to be here, and talk to you,
We're super happy to have you.
This class it was important for me, but unfortunately I couldn't join you today in time. Sorry.
That's okay. That's not a problem. That happens. You can always watch the video at the end.
Yeah,
okay?
I will.
Wow. Where are you from? I think he's
from Brazil.
Oh, your English is good. I can't
Thank
believe
you.
you say that.
I can't tell you.
I'm from Thailand.
Yeah, Rebecca can tell you more about my English because she have been teaching me since the beginning, right, Rebecca?
Yeah, it's been about 3.5 years since I've been working. A little bit less than 3.5 years that I've been working with Thomas. And Marcos was one of the first students that was within Tenga.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a long time, a very long time. And at the beginning, it was a little bit difficult to understand Marcos, but we're so happy.
I want to learn an advice for you.
Yeah.
I want to improve my writing because my speaking is very good, I think. And my listening is also, I got C1 in listening.
Wow.
I want to improve my writing. It's possible you schedule a class about writing for us?
Sure. Now, I've had to do some classes. I have a lot of classes planned, but let me see if I can try and put, apply a little bit of writing to these. Let me just take a look at the schedule because next week we're going to be looking at something about negativity at work and then inversion. So actually, when doing inversion next Wednesday, that might be a good time to work on a little bit of writing. Is there anything you really want to focus on? Because writing in general, I mean, if you want to know how to spell words, there's dictionaries, there's those kinds of things, but are you focused on the structure or what's the biggest problem for you?
I need to improve my structure. How to write compound sentences, simple sentences,
connectors.
Noun clauses, I think this is in general, writing in general, because if you see my writing, you can get a conclusion about what you think about my writing, because I think I need to improve my writing,
Okay. Actually, do you still have my email? Because I'd actually like you to send me something so I can see it a little bit more. Actually, when I will. Once I stop recording, I will put it here in the chat box for you, okay? And that way... actually, I guess it doesn't matter
because I improved a lot in my English, but my writing it's difficult. It's hard to find a good approach on internet to improve your writing, because I think writing is the most difficult part in English, in my opinion.
Well, I'm going to say yes and no with that. I mean, it depends on the person really, because sometimes the speaking and listening is the most difficult for people. So everyone's different, and that's kind of the biggest difference. I mean, that's the biggest problem, is that one part could be difficult for you, but a different part is difficult for someone else.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So actually, that's pretty good. We'll stop here with this. We'll continue this class another day, okay? So let me actually just stop screen sharing. And like I said, my hair looks terrible today, so don't look at it very much. Oh gosh.
No, you already saw. I'm too late.
Well, Oh,
No,
thanks for putting on your video
it's pretty
too.
good. It's pretty good. Don't worry, your look is pretty good.
Just kidding. So what I'll do is, yeah, so next class we'll talk about negativity at work, and then we'll work on inversion, which is taking the sentences like this. Mm-hmm. All right, and so I'm going to stop the video now, but I will send you the email in a second. So everyone who's watching, thanks for watching. We'll see you next class.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Stop recording.